Hi, welcome to Niall's Book Thing, where I'm Niall and I do book thing. This is my first video, so hi YouTube. Since I am new to booktube, I'm going to be doing the booktube newbie tag, and since it's halfway through the year, I'm going to be doing the mid-year freakout tag, which is a little bit late, and I've only read 12 books, so be ready for that, I guess. Alright, so starting with the booktube newbie tag. Question 1, why did you start this channel? I started it just because I think it would be fun and stupid, and if people like my videos enough and enough people watch them, I can get some shmoney for this, so that'd be cool. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? I can bring myself, and that's something. Question 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I don't know, I'm just excited to make some stupid, fun videos. I'm excited to see if it'll help me read more, because I do want to read more. I'm excited to meet some new people, and I'm excited to just, like, make content for people who might find me funny, or interesting, or entertaining. I'm just here for all that. Question 4. Why do you love reading? Reading is definitely a form of escapism for me. I've loved it since elementary school. There's so many, like, cool, interesting books out there that, I don't know, I just want to absorb all of the knowledge and all the stories and the information and the characters. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, I want to read more nonfiction so I can get more knowledge about, like, real world stuff, because that's something that needs to be happening. 5. What book or book series got you into reading? Well, I would definitely say that my reading started in elementary school, and the things that I really first enjoyed reading were the Harry Potter series and A Series of Unfortunate Events. And those two book series really cemented my love for reading, and it just made me into the reader that I am today. Question 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I really don't know who my favorite booktuber is, but like a couple of my favorites would have to be Peruse Project, Paperback Dreams, Read with Cindy, Books and Lala. I would just ask them all to be friends, because they all seem really cool, and I love them and their videos. Period. Question 7. What challenges that come with starting a booktube channel do you think will be the hardest to overcome? Definitely, first off, my recording situation, because I'm recording from an iPhone 8. My microphone is just in my AirPods, and I'm gonna be editing this on iMovie. Editing Niall here. I was able to get a free trial of Adobe Premiere, so I am recording this, or editing this video on Adobe Premiere, so it'll probably be, yeah, I'll only have it for a week, so it'll probably be the best video that I'm going to be editing on my channel, because I don't want to pay for this ish. So yeah, I lied. I'm not well, I started editing on iMovie, and then I got the Premiere trial, so I'm editing on Premiere. So it's going to be a really crappy video, but I still wanted to make it because it's going to be fun. Another thing I think that could be a problem is, first off, how this will affect my reading, because I think that it definitely will help me read more, but at the same time, I don't want it to feel like a chore to be reading. I still want to keep it as something light and fun that I really love to do. And then also interacting with the community can be a little bit hard, because just generally me interacting with people can be a little bit hard for me, because I get worn out of like being social and all that type of jazz. So like, I don't know, making friends in the community, interacting with the comments, all that stuff, that could be a little bit tough for me. So that's the end of the booktube newbie tag, and I will now be moving on to the mid-year freakout tag, which that'll be something. Time for the mid-year freakout tag. Again, I've only read 12 books, so this is probably going to be very lacking in variety, and it might not be very interesting, but I still want to do it just so that you can be caught up on what I've read this year, the 12 books that I've read this year, with one of them being a reread. Let's just get into it. Question 1. The best book that I've read so far this year. I don't have this on hand because I'm lending it to my friend, but it would have to be A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. That book, immaculate. Chef's kiss, where we stand. I love it so much. It hurt me in the way that no other book has, and I don't think any other book could, but it was immaculate. I literally don't have any words for it. It just was so wonderful. Thank you, Hanya Yanagihara. You are a blessing. Okay. Question 2. The best sequel that I've read this year. I've only read one sequel this year, and that would be The Tyrant's Tomb by Rick Riordan. Or Riordan, or however you say his last name. But anyway, I am complete Rick Riordan trash. I own every single one of the Percy Jackson Literary Universe books. They are all in my possession. I'm just garbage for him. He's so wonderful. I love his whole everything with all the mythologies. I just love it. And the representation. That's all I have to say about it. Thank you. Anyways, not the Tower of Nero. That's coming out later this year. Anyways, The Tyrant's Tomb. The Tyrant's Tomb was great. It was nice to see all the characters again from the other books and like see how they've grown and also interact with the new characters like Apollo and Meg. It's great. It's a good series. Not as good as some of his other series, but it's still a good series. Anyway, question 3. A new release you haven't read yet, but you want to. I'm really not good at keeping up with new releases. So, honestly, for this one, I'm just gonna say Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I've never read a Leigh Bardugo book before. I need to get on that. The Grishaverse is apparently great. Specifically, like, the Six of Crows zoology. I know. Don't crucify me. It'll be fine. It's great. Yes, I'll get to it. But for now, I am gonna say Ninth House. I don't even think that was even, like, that recent of a release. Yes. 4. The most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Like, as I mentioned earlier, The Tower of Nero is coming out in October, and I am Percy Jackson trash, so of course that's my most anticipated release. Like, what else do you expect at this point? Question 5. The biggest disappointment that I've had. Honestly, for this one, I had to go with A Stranger in the House by Shari Lupina. I just really didn't like this book at all. It was like, I enjoy thrillers, but this just seemed very, I don't know, the characters seemed bland, and I didn't like their motivations, and the story was just, I don't know, no. I just know. Question 6, the biggest surprise of the year. I have to go with Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, because this really, it's like a YA fantasy based on like African mythology and magic and all that jazz. It really brought me back to my golden era of reading, where I was reading Percy Jackson for the first time and I was just enamored, and like I could literally not put it down. It was just so scrumptious. It was just so wonderful. It's a close second after A Little Life. They're like two opposite ends of the spectrum. Children of Blood and Bone, spectacular. Thank you. 7, new favorite author. Again, I have to go with Tomi Adeyemi, because this book was just so good, and it was just... And like, obviously I could say Hanya Yanagihara, but I don't know if I really want to read a lot more of their books, just because of how depressing A Little Life was. But like, they're also a great author, but I have to go with Tomi Adeyemi because she's coming out with like, there's already the sequel out to Children of Blood and Bone, but there's gonna be another one, and like, I cannot wait to get on that. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great. Period. Question 8, my newest fictional crush. For this one, it's kind of a tie between Willem from A Little Life, because he's literally like wonderful, a great human being. I just want to give him a hug. He's my soft cinnamon boy. But then I also love Zane from Children of Blood and Bone, Because again, he's a soft cinnamon roll boy, and he just wants the best for his sister, but he's also tough as hell. And he's... Yes, I did... yes, that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. Yes, Willem from Little Life, Zane, Children of Blood and Bone. Yes, that's it. So, question 9, newest favorite character. For this, I have to go with Camille Preaker from Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, because she's just a baddie. There's so much going on in her head the whole time, and she's like a really complex character. I love the way that she's just like completely just a badass throughout the whole book, even though she has like a lot of issues that she's dealing with. Like, we love her. We love her. I'm so horrible at formulating my thoughts, but like, this is just how it is. This is just come to expect it. This is what I am, okay? Thank you. Question 10, a book that made you cry. Again, A Little Life, Hanya Yanagihara. Broke me, very depressing, but still so wonderful. I loved it so much, but I cried like a baby. So, that book, guys, just read it, but trigger warnings for like a lot of things, like a lot of things, like self-harm, suicidal thoughts and actions, pedophilia, rape, domestic abuse, a lot of things. So question 11 is a book that made you happy, and I have to go with The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, because I reread it this year. It's my first time actually rereading it. And there's nothing like it. I know that that's completely my nostalgia talking, but I have so much sentimental attachment to that book, and rereading it just made me completely so happy. There's no words. Just the characters, just being back in that world, being reintroduced to it. Like, there was so much that happened in it that I forgot was in it, because the last time I read it was in middle school, and it's just, it brought me so much joy. It made me very happy. Question 12 is the most beautiful book that you have bought or received this year, and for that I have to either go with this copy of Uzumaki by Junji Ito, or this copy of Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, just because the covers of these are so nice, and like, Uzumaki is just so smooth. I love this like shiny part with the title and the little red spiral, and then like the image on the background. Junji Ito's art is like completely wonderful, and I can't wait to like read it. It's gonna be my first Junji Ito book. Very excited for it. But then this copy of Little Women is so cute. Look, the little gold of the title and of the author name, and then the 4 women that the book is about, you know, like Joe and Beth and all of them, just, and then like the little leaf pattern. It's just, and then on the back, life and love are very precious when both are in full bloom. Look, it's so precious. And I haven't read Little Women yet, but I've seen the movie, and I really want to read it because I want to get into more classics as well. And I think this is just a great place to start. So, yes! And lastly, question 13, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? There's a lot, but for now, I'm just gonna go with the 2 books that I've started reading that I need to finish. So, first off is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. This is an extremely intimidating book, and if you know anything about House of Leaves, you know it's terribly confusing. Well, I wouldn't say confusing, but just the way that it's written and the way that it's structured and set up is so intricate, and it's not like any other book. It's so strange. There's footnotes. The way that it's organized is like, there's parts that are backwards, there's parts that are just like in the corners of the pages. And there's footnotes that go on for pages. The other one is I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. This seems like a very interesting thriller, and I heard about it from Kat from Paperback Dreams. Hi, editing me again. I just want to make it clear that I don't know Kat from Paperback Dreams. She just recommended I'm Thinking of Ending Things in her mid-year freak out tag. Um, I wish I knew Kat from Paperback Dreams. She seems really cool. But yeah, I don't know her. So don't think that I do, because I don't. And it's like I've read a couple of pages into it, like 20, 30 pages, and I'm interested to see where the story's going. I have no clue what it's about yet. But I like to see where it's going because I've heard that it's disturbing, and I'm trying to read more horror books. And like this isn't technically horror, but like they say it like verges on horror, but it's like a thriller. Those are just 2 books that I need to read by the end of the year. My physical TBR, way longer, but I don't think that I'm gonna be able to read like everything on my TBR, because yeah, it's just not gonna happen. But I want to read at least 12 more books this year because my Goodreads goal is 24 books, and I think I'll be able to do it because I feel like having this channel is going to allow me to just open back up and read way more and just get me going. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to be coming back with a couple of videos, hopefully soon. I have plans for a tier ranking video. I have plans for my Reading Rush TBR because I'm going to be participating in the Reading Rush. I just hope this channel is going to be as fun as I want it to be. I hope that I stick with doing this channel because there's a lot of things that I don't stick with, but I hope that this will be one of them. I hope you all have a good day, a good night, a good evening, a good whatever it is that you're watching this video at. Thank you, and I guess I'll see you later. Bye.